That's a way.
I think we should move forward on
Yeah.
that.
Because the other two, I almost think we might legally be in better shape doing a local law under home rule.
Mhm. But I think we need to get the other things taken care of, so.
All right, so we'll. Where we at?
We jump into new business.
We're jumping all over the agenda here, so. Flag lots and floodway. Zoning change. So we wanna do a public hearing at our next regular meeting in January
Sure.
to do that, so we can get that moving forward.
January 9th. No, I'm sorry, 10th.
Billy has asked if we could move to Monday, the second Monday for next year, because of the fire department being the second Tuesday.
Well, I golf on Monday night, so that's
See, I
gonna be tough
told
for
you
me.
it's golf.
That's why we're on Tuesday night.
Well, then there's a lot of holidays on Monday too.
Yeah, we never had to change our meeting due to holidays.
Dark on 7:30.
Not in the summer.
So, 'cause I don't really have any other night I can go to.
Who wins?
How about we flip a coin and say I win, make it at 3 o'clock?
On,
I wasn't sure. Oh, I'm sorry. You're
I'm gonna read that. Is that gonna be the headline?
I know, I'm
Bribery now.
You're damn right.
the reality the reality of moving to Tuesday night was because of the holidays on Monday and that I golf, but a lot of it had to do with the holidays being on Monday because we were always moving our meeting to a Tuesday or a Wednesday in order.
Well, I know when I
to do
was
that, so.
code enforcement, we used to always be the second Tuesday, so I didn't even know that it ever moved to Monday night, so.
Well, it went to Monday night, honestly, because one individual on the board wanted to make sure they could get things in the Walt Recorder before it came out, so that's why it was Monday night. And, now, and so, once we realized that didn't really matter, we went to Tuesday night, so, went back to Tuesday night. So we can talk about that at our organizational meeting would be the best time to discuss that, I think.
Well, if we're gonna advertise a public hearing, we need to have a date.
Well, I guess you better keep it to January, whatever that is, 10th.
10th.
All right, why don't we schedule for the first, or the second Tuesday for January's regular meeting, which would be
The 10th.
the 10th. And then, on that meeting, if we wanna move the meeting night, we can discuss it further.
Drop that at 7 p.m.
Yeah, January 10th, 7 p.m. for the public hearing on the zoning changes.
Floodway zoning change, is that what it is?
Floodway and flag lots,
Say that 10 times fast.
no,
Get all the-
can't do it.
Okay.
And then you'll get some feedback from Milford and we'll move forward on, the local laws for the short-term rentals and student
Mm-hmm.
regs. All right. Yes.
We have a pending vacancy on the planning
Oh,
board.
yeah. The
And
chairman's.
The chairman's
weaseling
out of
out
here.
on us.
And we have a willing and I think qualified replacement in Lisa Wisely, who Bill suggested I speak to, and I spoke to her a couple months ago, and she said she was willing and interested in doing that. And I have no other suggestions. I'm not saying that's your choice, I'm just saying it's the only suggestion that I had. I liked it because I was hoping to get a female back on the board. We lost a real good one here a while back, and I just didn't want it to be a good old boys club, even though that's okay. And I wanted someone who was either connected to agriculture or tourism or somehow local business, and Lisa seemed to fit that demographic real well for me. And just,
Yeah.
I thought she'd be a good addition to the board. I don't know, has there been anybody else who's expressed an interest?
There have been multiple
Okay.
people. The other thing we need is, I need to know who you want for chairman for next year, so we can do that at the organizational meeting,
Who they want?
the planning board.
Yeah, who they want.
I know who I don't want.
Well, we're meeting Monday night, the 19th.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because our organizational meeting, we have to appoint the chairman of the planning board
I
for the year. So,
think.
I've heard rumblings, but I
Would
haven't.
either be
Kevin.
Kevin or Kevin, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hearing, is Kevin's being.
I didn't wanna make too big an assumption there, but I
I
think.
don't know that he's
Yeah,
volunteered,
very
but I
good.
hear he's
Okay.
being
If you're
drafted, so.
comfortable with that.
Yes, very, very
I
much
guess,
so.
let me know.
I would
I'm
be
sure
uncomfortable.
they'll vote on
The
it
other
Monday night
Okay.
and make a
Okay.
I wouldn't,
recommendation.
I wouldn't wanna be considered.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there are a couple people who are interested in the planning board, but Lisa's an excellent candidate. So we should, it's good to know that we've got several people who are qualified.
So we wanna handle that in January then?
Yeah, we could, are you gonna, yeah, we could
He's gonna,
appoint,
John will be finishing out to the
Yeah.
end of the year.
so we can appoint her at
We can
that
board
meeting.
at the January meeting.
Sure.
Or whatever, okay.
Finish strong, John.
I'll do my best. Limping a little, but that's pretty typical.
Alright, anything else from planning, zoning, end of it? Okay. Well, we'll keep pushing forward then.
Thanks for bringing that. That's handy.
Thanks for coming, Nicole, John.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and thanks for being willing to try to solve this issue. I know it's not an easy one, and it kinda came on everybody out of the blue, much as privately, I've been talking amongst, friends and people involved in codes and stuff like this, saying, something's got to
Yeah, we
come
gotta,
together
we gotta
on
find a way to,
these things, and
yeah.
a lot of it's connected with the whole destination wedding thing and all of that too. I know they're all tied together, and
There's
it's
a whole lot of new stuff.
it's a good thing
popping
that
up
needs to get,
Well, we'll figure something out.
yeah, oh yeah.
Or try.
Seems to be playing catch up on just.
Well, it's a matter of trying,
It seems every time they pass a new building code, more stuff pops up that nobody thought about. And you got the same thing with the Uber cabs and,
Well,
Wait till you get to
and
the solar farms.
one research that Nicole brought in about these short terms, there was a
No.
35-page report that was very thorough, very in-depth, and when you got to the end, you found out that the man who did this report is the owner-operator of compliance.com. So now
his
you
own
can
company.
hire his company and
Hire
whoever
his
their
company to write
hireling
your
would be to do your compliance work.
Checklist.
Yeah, of course, this is why the guy wrote a 35-page report on how you should do this. It's
Yeah.
certainly gonna
So
generate
you
work
couldn't
for his
understand it,
company.
you had to hire it.
But some of it was very applicable in real urban areas, with more population density and a lot more impacts. There was good info in that one, much as it was a bit voluminous, but, I don't know, we all kinda seem to like that Milford model, seems to be a good,
I think that's
Jump
kind of
off
a good
point.
middle of the road.
I'm gonna ferret out those numbers and
You can read it and understand it.
I'll try to get some info too from the state if possible. And I'm wondering if our town attorney might have a little more yank on the phone with the code enforcement bureau.
I think,
That's thinking, yeah, sure. But
We're supposed to
maybe.
have a regional rep, but
Oh, I
he's been
know, we've always
absent
had that.
lately, so I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
Out of the region.
We used to be able to get a hold of him fairly.
oh, he's
easily.
always dropping in the office all the
Yeah.
time.
Now he's
Now I
just
never
gone.
see him.
So I don't know whether somebody buried him somewhere, or he went on permanent vacation, or,
Well, you're just doing a good job so he doesn't have to check on you.
okay. We'll go with that.
Thanks, John.
All right, folks, thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks.
John.
Hey, everybody, have a good holiday.
Okay, back under old business, Tanglewood Lake, I haven't seen anything new from them. I'm still waiting for them to give us an engineering report so I can pass it on to Dave and try to reason with DEC. So I guess, I don't know if it's old business or new business. We need a decision. Are we gonna bid out cleaning and mowing, are we gonna leave it the way it is?
Well, we did bid out mowing.
Right.
For the year of 2016.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
So
we're gonna rebid,
I think we
I
need
think if you're
to,
bidding one, you
if
have
we're
to
gonna
bid
bid one,
both.
we need to bid both.
yeah,
And if we're gonna bid them and get started for next year, then we need to get the request for bids
yeah.
in the paper.
And, I mean, we can send them to who does it now. I mean, we can physically
Oh, right.
send that to them.
Yeah.
And say, you know, this is going out to bid, and if you wanna bid, get your bid in, you know, so,
But we also need, you know, what we expect
yeah,
as far as, you know, number,
right.
times,
We
and
did
how
have
often
something
and-
written up for the mowing, right, how many times or,
No, there wasn't.
No,
they gave us
they
the
gave
number of
us their
times.
They came,
proposals.
yeah, they had a recommendation of what they were going to propose to do.
Okay,
Per, yeah,
Basically, we put out a request for proposals.
yeah.
I guess we could probably do the same thing for cleaning, you know.
yeah,
But, if we're gonna do this, we need to,
It's nice to do apples to apples though, with requests, your proposals are gonna change
well, that's it.
dramatically between
You
each.
get somebody that's gonna do, clean once a week, or somebody's gonna clean every,
well, I
Day.
guess we need to decide how often does this place need to be cleaned, number one. And as far as mowing goes, I think the program we had last year seemed to work pretty well.
so if we bid it, what the proposal was that we're using now.
Yeah, the day, the number of times
Number of
and so on,
times
I
per
think that
season.
worked good.
So take the current proposal for the mowing, put in a bid request based on that.
And
Cleaning, we're doing what, twice a week?
I think it's twice
That's
a
what
week,
it's
right?
been.
She does
could it be once every 2 weeks?
Cleaning?
I don't
No.
think so.
No,
Especially not this room.
no,
Used to be a sty.
this is high traffic.
There's a lot of traffic through here on Tuesdays.
Oh, and some days, besides Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, other nights there's board meeting,
How about once a
I
month
think-
before a board meeting?
once a month before board.
Yeah, you're really,
Yeah, I think, that, you know, probably at least, you know, especially in the winter, it's 2 times a week.
I'm thinking, we've done it 2 times a week forever, and it seems to work. So why don't we put in for the cleaning, we want the town hall cleaned twice a week.
is there an hourly number you're looking at? 4 hours per week? Is that,
I mean, I don't think it, yeah, I mean, the person who cleans my office is able to do it all, that, you know, 3 bathrooms and the whole downstairs in an hour. And they do it once a week and it's always clean. That's vacuuming, you know, they don't touch anything on the desks and so on because they're instructed not to, but as far as vacuuming and cleaning the bathrooms and restocking toilet tissues and things of that nature, it's all done within an hour. And
so in this
it's
case,
always
maybe
clean
we could do
once a week.
2 hours a week?
Yeah, I mean, I would, you know, I mean, what do you got in here? 1 bathroom?
3?
No,
Three.
yeah.
3
One
bathrooms?
here.
Oh, there's 1 here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's one
they
here,
cut surveys out.
two in the main
2
part.
out there, okay, so it's the same as mine.
Right.
My office is, you know, the number of spaces are pretty close to this, so, you know, maybe an hour and a half, if anything, they should be able to do it, you know, in one time.
Right,
But I don't know, you know, it's whatever,
We wanna put in
I think this
es-
place gets a
estimated,
lot of
estimated
use.
3.5 to 4 hours a week.
3 hours a
Yeah, I
week.
would think not more than 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 is way,
yeah. I would say 3
I'd
hours.
say 3 would be the number to hit.
Why don't we just put less than 4?
3.
We're expecting to get it cleaned twice a week, less than 4 hours per week.
Well, I can't even believe you didn't go 1. Come on, name that tune.
I didn't say 3 hours. 3 minutes.
And I guess, you know, if they, you know, they probably should have the ability to come down during the town clerk's hours to inspect, you know, if they wanna actually see what we're asking them to do, if you don't have a problem with that. You know, it's only fair that they, you know, it's hard for them to bid if they don't know what it looks like.
Exactly, yeah,
Right.
I see it, so.
Right.
I think it would be better that way.
nooks and crannies.
Yeah, and then, you know, they can see exactly what they gotta do.
So you're looking at 2 hours, or excuse me, 2 times per week at less than 4 hours?
Total.
Yeah, not
Just,
per
just
visit.
in, just in
Right.
parentheses, put less than 4 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, that's not a phrase that's gonna work. It's gotta either say not more than 4, or you gotta say a number. Less
Well, you
than
know
4
what, if
is
somebody's
like
gonna
just
come in here and
weird.
do a walkthrough, they're gonna tell you how long it's gonna take them to clean.
Yeah, any
And then
experience.
you
sure.
can base it upon whatever that individual gives you is I mean, if I
Like
was gonna
said,
come
some
in
people
here, I would
move a
tell
lot
you,
faster
look,
than
it's gonna
others,
take me how
so-
many hours to clean this building?
Yeah, I mean,
One
I
person may
had
do it in
3
an hour,
different
one
people
may
come
take
in
2.
and go through my place, and every one of them said they could do it in an hour and a half, and the one that does it in an hour every week. So, depending on if, you know, if it's heavy traffic, in the wintertime, it's usually an hour and a half, because, you know, the carpet out front, or the floor needs to be mopped or something, but in general, in the summer, it's an hour, and she's in and out of there. And she comes in whenever she wants to, you know, on Saturday or whatever. So, the most I ever get is an hour and a half. And that's in the winter generally, when there's more mud and snow dragged through.
I still think we might be better off doing a request for proposals on cleaning. Have them come in and look at it and say, look, we want it cleaned twice a week, give us a price.
Give us a price, what you do.
You know, tell us how long you think it's gonna take, and give us, you know, $1 per hour.
I mean, that's how I did it. They're all pretty
Why don't we do that?
Okay, how do you want to put it?
Request for proposals to clean the town hall twice a week,
Mm-hmm,
and we just want a price, you know,
very good.
by the week or by the hour, whatever way they wanna do it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
basically to
Okay.
clean the town hall twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Bathrooms, carpet,
Mhm.
put in there that, you know, the property, you know, building can be inspected during your hours.
Office hours, yes.
So we can do it all in one check instead of.
Mhm.
All right, that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Another one for 2 days or something.
Moving on, resolution number 10.
So.
We've been asked by, Pat Sealy, that's handling the, Price Chopper Assessment Challenge, to, hire an appraiser.
No, they still be the same.
It's,
They'll still
Northeast
get it on the same
Appraisals.
day.
To do the appraisal work for the court battle.
Obviously, overtime won't be home.
It's
And
different
the-
than this.
Which one you got?
This is,
It's the higher the law.
Does that work with you?
Yeah, that's why I say, if you read that,
Depending on when I get.
that's kind of where but if you read down further, read down to like the third paragraph, then he also gives permission. That was my, I was
No, that's
kinda
the
like,
sign with Stuart Jones, Hacker, Murphy.
Go down
which-
further.
Virginia.
that's what he said.
If there's an adjustment, I will do it, cause as of.
Based upon
Nowhere in here does it mention the outfit that we're actually
Now,
hiring.
it does
I mean,
not, but it
based on
says
your-
his,
Premium.
But then
I
again,
don't know what it's gonna be.
Dave recommended we
Down
send a
further.
retainer,
Be more
yeah, Dave recommended sending the retainer to Pat Sealy's law firm,
than.
and then they let them forward it to,
Just on the next one, because I can't give it back.
this sounds like we're sending a retainer to the law firm to retain
Yeah.
them to do the work,
So I'll
not
have to adjust.
that
it.
we're
I'm
approving.
hoping in January I can put it-
Payment for an appraisal.
In November,
Right.
could, but-
let's just do it the simple way. Can I get a motion to hire whatever their company is, Northeast Appraisals, to do the appraisal on the Price Chopper
Just to make it go through the 31st.
Assessment Challenge as requested by Pat Sealy of Jones, Hacker, Murphy.
For the amount of $5,000.
For a retainer amount of $5,000, with the total amount, if it winds up going to have the full blown, you have the original.
I have the actual right.
What was the amount for the,
Why do we need to, why can't we just have a local appraiser do it?
because it has to be an expert in
Commercial appraisal.
commercial,
Would you like
commercial
these?
litigation appraisals.
Hmm?
Would you like copies of this?
Just give me the original so I can read the amounts.
It's kind of open-ended the way it's under the resolve part,
Recording on the pool.
under the payments as may be required.
Now, there's an amount.
Yeah, if you look at the back of the page,
There is no back amount.
of action.
To prepare a self-contained appraisal report, my fee would be $11,200. He's requesting a retainer of $5,000 to start the work. If he has to come to court for consulting services, trial prep, testimony, it's $285 an hour. But our agreement with the county and the school is we hire an expert and we share in the cost. If we don't hire experts, there is no sharing. So it is what it is.
So this appraisal company's charging $11,000
If it goes
to
to
go
court.
down here and look at that building? I mean, I'll do it for
Well, the initial appraisal work is gonna be about $5,000. And if he comes back and says they don't have a case, they may just settle, and we may not have to go to court.
Well,
It's a lot of money, but what are you gonna do?
I think it's, I mean, if we sign this, we're on the hook for 11.2, that's what
I
it
can't
says.
even imagine what to
Split between-
It's split between three
Right.
ways.
But the 5,000 is just the down
The
payment.
5,000 is the down payment.
Sometimes I think it's.
So whether or not it goes to court, it's still
Every single
11.2.
time I get the cheaper rates.
Well, he's gonna commence the work, if he may come back and say, we don't have a case.
Oh, we don't have a case.
You know, that's a possibility, I don't see that happening based on the numbers, but,
At least they're
Yeah,
doing
that's-
well and everything's
that's to
okay,
get
and
him
that's
started,
the
and he'll give us a,
important
yeah,
thing.
you've got a case, or no, you
That's the
don't
way I
have a
keep telling
case, and
myself.
he'll go ahead and finish on out
Take care.
for, you know, the trial end of it.
right, 'cause
Happy
I mean,
holidays. I don't see.
okay.
And I'm pretty sure we're gonna wind up going to trial, so.
Well, I mean, we're being sued, so how do we not have a case? They're the ones that either should have a case or not have a case, not us, right?
No,
I mean,
we're
am I-
suing them.
No, they're suing us to have.
They're suing us saying
And
we're
we're
not
saying we're not gonna
assessing
do
the
it.
property.
That's what, we're defending ourselves. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
But if he does the numbers, because they're arguing for income, is what they're arguing. So he's gonna compare,
They're not renting the place.
well.
That's not my problem. They don't have an income
They're,
because they
they're
don't
claiming
rent
it's
the
not their
place.
problem either.
It is their problem, and we've tried to rent the place for them, and they're not doing it. So I
But
got
we have to be
history
able to
with these
prove
people.
that.
Well, I could go dig it up through our,
Yeah.
some of the different people that we've worked with Glenn Nealis to show that they have been contacted about renting the place, and they're just not doing it. Through their
I
own-
understand that, but we've in the meantime have a trial date coming up and we need an appraisal.
True, but I don't like the wording of if we have a case or don't have a case, we don't have, we're not trying to have a case. They're the ones suing us.
You're reading into what's not in the letter. That's just, you know, I've talked with Pat and talked with, you know, he said it is possible that he would look at it and based on the dollar amounts, the rents and whatnot. But, I mean, it's not gonna get reduced from where it is now to what they're requesting. I mean, we have a
Certainly
case.
hope not, but I don't see how we would
Well,
have
that's
a
it. I
case.
mean, we wouldn't have gotten into this if we didn't think we had a strong case.
If we don't sign this, we can't.
If
go
we
to
don't
trial.
sign this, we wind up going to trial with no appraisal and we lose.
Right, it's,
So,
Wouldn't you think that they are the ones that need to prove their case, not us?
They-
you would think, but this is New
Rightfully
York.
so, yes.
You can sue anybody at any time
Well,
for
I
any reason,
certainly
whether
wish
it's
that I
good
had
or
a chance
bad.
to speak to the attorneys, because I can't understand why it's going the way it's going. I'm not quite up to what's happening here, it doesn't sound right to me. But I
Because
mean,
her
we
bids
can
will
do
not
this if we
be
need to do this,
reasonable.
but it still makes no sense to me,
Yeah.
you know? We are being asked by them to lower their assessment. We're saying we're not doing it. They're suing us. We're the defendant in the case. We
Yes.
don't have to they have to prove their case,
Yeah.
not us. And if it's being done some other way, then there's something screwed up with the whole process, which needs to be addressed, in my opinion. Because I don't see.
They're trying
where-
to prove their case based on rental income numbers, which we don't agree with.
Which has nothing to do with what you're assessed at.
Well, there's multiple ways in commercial of
I
assessing
understand that,
property.
I understand that,
And that's why we need an expert, because he's gonna look at all,
but it seems to
all
me they're the
ways.
ones that need the expert to prove their case to us. I don't see why it's being done in any other way than that.
I think that,
Like I
I
said,
mean, but
it's New York's legal system.
regardless of
I
how
realize it's completely screwed up, but
regardless of how it should be.
We're guilty till we prove
Lawyers
otherwise,
are the
is what
ones
it
who
amounts
set,
to.
lawyers are the ones who created New York State, that's why it's in the situation it's in.
That's 100% it.
If we don't show up with this thing, then we're just gonna get destroyed, because they're gonna come in with their
They're gonna
argument,
win.
it's gonna be,
They're gonna win, the
With
school
with
district's
their own
gonna
experts,
take a
so-
major hit.
it's not, I don't wanna sign it either, but there's, if we're fighting the thing, then you gotta play the game the way that it's played.
That's it, we've gotta do what we've gotta do to fulfill our end of the agreement with the county and the school, and this is part of it.
And I agree that we've actually found tenants for them and they don't take advantage of the opportunity, so
No.
it's,
And I'm
Makes
sure
it
that will
soothing.
probably come out in the trial if we get to that point, which we probably will, but anyhow,
Well, I'll make the motion, then we go ahead.
do we hire Northeast Appraisals with a $5,000 retainer and a fee to total $11,200?
Not to exceed.
You can do that. And an hourly rate for other services, trial operation testimony at $285 an hour.
second.
Second by Matt, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm abstaining,
You can't do that. Chicken.
I just don't.
We're gonna do a roll call for this then.
No, it's 4 yes,
That's
Al
not
abstained.
Fast,
That's all you gotta put in the minutes.
yeah.
Okay.
So you abstaining?
Sure, why not?
Oh, now, how did I lose my agenda already again?
Cause Tom,
Oh, there it is. I'm only blind in one eye. All right, that takes care of that part.
Oh, Walton's going through the same issue we are, so.
Yep. Next up, the O'Connor Foundation wants to give the town of Delhi a grant for $300,000 towards insulating the Delhi pool if and when we build it. And they would like to disperse the money this year, which we do have a pool account we can put the money into. And it basically gives the requirements for insulating the pool, and if the cost exceeds what this will cover, they will let us reduce to our values to basically cover the cost of the insulation for the pool and the piping. But I need a motion to accept this $300,000 grant for the pool and piping insulation in the amount of $300,000.
So moved?
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Matt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Carries. I'll sign that paperwork and I'll give you, I've got another copy for you too. Also. Next up. We need to make an amendment to the 2017 schedule of salaries. Doesn't change the budget numbers are correct, the budget lines are correct, but when Maggie did the schedule of salaries, she put Elsa's number where Al's number, Al Elwine's number should have been, and vice versa. So the town clerk,
So you're making a lot less money.
yeah, she's gonna make all of about $30 less. But basically, we're gonna move the $2,718.04 up to Elsa's line. And we're gonna move the $2,739.62 down to Al Elwine's line. Can I have a motion to amend that? Okay,
Make a motion to amend the
Matt already made a motion.
second.
Second by Tom, all in favor?
Aye.
I don't know if we needed to do that, but it just covers the bases. We're not trying to hide it. We had a honest error. We're correcting it. Okay. Next up,